Hello and welcome to the first season of Wedtalks, the brand new video blog that gives you an insight into the wedding industry and its suppliers. We have 4 of its main suppliers here today. Behind the camera, first of all, we have Matt from I Do Videography. Say hello, Matt. Hello. You're getting good at this. My name is Craig. You may also know me as DJ Prestige.
Thank you. I am Matt from I Do Photography. And today with us, we have Kevin from Silverline Limousines. Hello, Kevin. Thank you for coming in and seeing us.
It's an absolute pleasure.
Right, we're going to crack on with the questions. Okay. Craig, I believe you've got the first one.
What attracted you to get into the limousine business?
Right, okay. Well, when I left school, I was always interested in cars, always interested in motor vehicles. There was never a problem with that. And then in the mid-20s, not the year's 20s, my 20s, I actually thought to myself, what shall I do? I love cars so much. So I got into the motor trade and I was buying and selling vehicles. And from that, years down the line, people started asking me for cars for weddings and cars for proms, which were obviously becoming very popular at the time. Significantly at the same time, I was offered a couple of stretch limousines by a friend of mine who had a business. He actually owned Silverline. He was the first owner of Silverline. Quickly after that, we then bought another couple of cars which were Chrysler 300s.
Oh, lovely.
And then it sort of grew. It's still only been going, to be honest with you, 5 years. So we're still in the early stages.
Within that, what have you now got now then?
Yeah, well, we're up to 17.
Wow.
So it's a full-on time job now. It's, you know, whereas we bought it perhaps as I wouldn't say a hobby, but a bit of a sideline because we both had other businesses. It's now, you know, sort of full-on. We've got full-time staff and thoroughly enjoy it. It's great.
Fantastic. And I suppose as you were saying, although Wedtalks is about weddings, it's not just the weddings you do. You've said proms.
Yeah, we do proms. I mean, it's very, very popular now, as you know. It's obviously Americanised, but it's come over and mid-June, early July, we're absolutely flat out doing proms, which is fabulous.
What is the furthest that you have had a job, or what's the furthest you would travel for a job?
A lot depends on which vehicle they want, to be perfectly honest with you. Bedford several times we've been to. It's the wedding side, it's more sort of Essex. We go there in the vintage cars, but that's probably as far as we'd go with those.
Right. I'm guessing there's quite a lot of work this way anyway.
Yeah, we don't tend to advertise that far away. And obviously we don't do wedding shows down there because if you do the wedding shows in Ipswich, there's a chance that somebody lives 25 miles the other side.
You've got
so
all that
therefore,
way.
You know, so and there is enough work around here to be honest, to sort of keep us busy. Well. Yeah.
Fantastic. So moving on from that, what would you say is your unique selling point, and why should people come to you to book? What's your advantage?
Well, we'd like to think over the 5 years that we've built, hopefully, a really good reputation. It's a job that we're quite passionate about, and it's very, very detailed. It isn't just about a car turning up and taking a groom to a church. It is about doing other things for them, making sure everything's okay, settling them. And it's a job that we love, and as I say, we're very, very passionate about it, and we always welcome people to come and see the cars, you know, to come and view them, view us, you know, so that we actually get to know them beforehand.
Okay. You touched slightly there. How does your service, specifically for wedding days, enhance a couple's wedding day?
Well, it's what we can offer. I mean, the bride and groom, we hope, only get married the once. Yeah. Like yourselves, we've done lots of weddings, so you get into a routine, you know how to sort of offer them this and offer them that, you know about the timings. Often we get a bride, she'll be 3 miles down the road and she'll want the car there an hour beforehand, and you turn up and she'll get in it. So, you know, that's no good. So we tell them there isn't any worry, you know, go back inside, have a cup of tea, and we'll come and knock on the door when it's really time for you to go. It's also making sure that you've got everything for them. I mean, obviously umbrellas if it's raining, but several times the brides have forgot the bouquet. So you look, make sure the bouquet's there. You don't mention it, have you got the bouquet, unless you can't see it. Then several times the father's had to whip back in to get it. But it's just about making sure they're comfortable.
I mean, that was leading on perfectly to the next question is what sort of things do you do to make them comfortable? I mean, I've seen after the wedding day, they come out of the church, they come into the car, and as soon as they're in there, you know, you've got the red carpet out, they're made comfortable, and also sometimes all the time, bubbly comes out.
Yeah, the bubbly comes out. We've got Mr. and Mrs. glasses, which are a nice little touch for them. And it's just very important that they really enjoy a little just married sign, some music playing. And quite often we take them further than they need to go once they're married as well, because they're not ready to go to the reception yet. Yeah. You know, it's not a case of just taking them 5-6 miles, however far it is to the reception. Ask them if they're comfortable now to actually go to their reception to see everybody else. And then obviously when we're going into the drive, you make as much noise as you can on the horns. So on a lovely day, everybody comes out and greets them, as of the last one we did.
Well, exactly, because I remember Saturday we were working together. You took Tim and Rachel off. They then came back to Wymondham Abbey.
Very crafty they were there, very crafty, yeah.
But we got some lovely photographs, so that we got them with the car, with the Abbey behind, even to the point where you then actually went out of your way, you came over and helped me just to get those perfect photographs. So we got the veil floating up in the air, coming down. And again, I think those are kind of the special touches that, again, working with suppliers, it really helps.
Oh, it's very important to all help each other. Yeah.
With regards to, obviously I see you when I'm doing the wedding shows, I see you at a lot of the shows, so I know you do those. Because what I was going to say is, where can couples get to meet you and sort of find out about your services? Obviously there's the website.
Yeah, well, one of the best ways to find us is obviously through social media and Facebook. The Facebook page is very, very full of the things that we do. And putting Matt out of a job here a little bit, because the bride and grooms, they really love to see the wedding photographs as quick as they can. And obviously a busy man like this, he can't do it straight away. So I tend to stand behind him, steal his pose, take the photograph, as we did on Saturday, and put it on Facebook. But the bride and groom love that, because it gives them a real thing to wake up for the next day. Apart from being man and wife, you'd be surprised if we don't put the photograph on Facebook, I actually get a text or an email about, on Sunday afternoon, have I done something wrong? Where are my photographs?
I reckon they just want photos of you, that's what it is. So website, do you have a website?
Yeah, we've got a website. Obviously, Silverline Limousines. Have a little look at that. It's got all the details of the cars on there. What I would recommend is to come and view the cars. It's nice to see what you're having. Have a chat with us. Let us know how you want it presented, your ribbons, colours. And we put pedals in the cars which match. And it's just important that you don't worry about it. We'll take care of that for you.
Now, you do a good service. You're obviously in demand. How early should couples begin to think about booking your service?
There are only a certain amount of cars that we have. And once they're gone, because they only do one wedding a day. So it's so important that they book early.
If they want you, they need to get in early. Yeah.
To come and see us, view and book as soon as you can.
So that's a great tip, but is there any other advice you'd like to give the brides and the grooms that are watching this, you sort of think would be useful for them? You know, hopefully it's the first time they've done it, they don't quite know what to do. Yeah. Any other thing you think, actually, here's a little tip that will help them get along?
The biggest tip that I would always say to people, even if you don't have us, is to view the car. I think you've got to go and see it. You've got to know how it's going to be presented, know that you're going to have it on the day, know what the backup plan is, you know, and timing and everything. It's just important. Also, you need to get it all on a contract. Not I'll be there, you know, and that'll be £200 cash. You know, it's all about having a contract, knowing what you're doing, being happy with it.
Peace of mind.
Yeah, well arrived, slightly early on the day. Again, it's important not to rush and get into the car. The car's going to stay. You know, we'll take care of the timings.
Fantastic.
Okay, this is the bit I've been excited about. It's now time for the show and tell. I don't think we've got it behind the sofa. We've got a vehicle with us, have we?
We've got one outside. We've got one of the wedding landaulettes, yeah.
Fantastic. I'm guessing we're going to be cutting for a moment, and the next time you see us, we will be in the back of the vehicle.
Okay, so we've just come outside from inside the studio into the vehicle with Kevin and Craig and myself. It's nice and cosy in here. Just to finish off now, just to find out a few more hints and tips and the show and tell. So Kevin, over to you.
Right, okay, I'll tell you a little bit about the car that we're in. This is our 1920s style landaulette. She's 6 seats, You can see us 3 on the back here. Normally, to be fair, it's probably the bride and groom or the bride and her father. But there are 3 extra seats there in the front. She's equipped with some lovely refinements for the bride, as in a bouquet holder there, Mr. and Mrs. glasses. We even put some love hearts in case they can't think of anything else to do in the evening. There's a red carpet, an umbrella, and there's a parasol for photographic purposes, and a lovely, lovely bottle of bubbly.
And are we opening that now?
You can do if you want, but I do have to drive home. The back comes down very, very quickly, and it's a superb wedding car.
That draws an end to this episode. Thank you very much for watching Wedtalks once again. There are other episodes to be seen. We have Florist, we have Magicians. Check them all out, please do. Thank you very much for Kevin once again. And that's the end of the show. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you.